Scotty, we are season predicting right here because everyone else does. We love a list. We love a prediction.
What we do.
We do. And we're going to also round out with our 18 in order and see how close we go after 24 games.
Let's go.
Let's go for your premiership winner.
Fremantle. I've been on them, as I said, since October. I'm not jumping off now. Fremantle. They've got every piece that they need. And I don't think there's – I know Hammer talks big about their midfield, but I don't think there's a more evenly spread team in the competition. They've got great back half, great midfield, good forwards who are going to explode. I think
Good forward.
No, Jai Amos will bump up this year. There's no doubt about that. Shea Bolton will be big down there. Luke Jackson's going to learn to mark.
Premiership winner for me, GWS.
Yeah.
And they're going to start a little bit slow. They've got a couple of pieces missing, Hogan and Tom Green. But, gee, when they come back, wow, they're going to be awesome. So GWS for me, I think they're right in the space of winning the flag.
Well, I've got them in the grand final with Fremantle. I've got them runner-up GWS, so we're both on board there. And I just get the feeling no one's really talking them up at the moment. I think they'll be enjoying that. And I've got them in the grand final, so that'll be a great one for Victoria. They'll be wrapped.
I've got no idea
status in there.
Who's going to come second, but I've settled on Carlton, and I'm not a Carlton fan, but I just think if they get all their stars back, they're going to give it a shake. They're going to be hard to beat. So I've got Carlton making the grand final as the runner-up. All right, your Brownlow medal.
It's Nick Dacos, mate. It is Nick Dacos. If you want a smoky, I think Clayton Oliver's going to be right up there. But I'm going with Nick Dacos. He's the best player in the competition and should win it.
I don't think we're going to be too far apart in a lot of these, to be brutally honest with you. I've also got Nick Dacos. I think it's very hard
a lot
to
of
go
people
past.
will.
Yep. All righty. Let's have a look at your Coleman.
The one that matters, the one that everyone wants, the one that's not opinion-based, is Josh Tracy. So Fremantle win the flag. Josh Tracy is going to kick 60 or 70, and I think he'll be a huge, huge part in Fremantle season.
You know, I'm a bit believer that the small forward could be the dominant factor this year.
Yeah, you going to pick a small one?
Charlie Cameron. Charlie Cameron, in his last 6 years, 57, 31. He only played 19 games that year. 55, 54, 59, 40 odd.
Phenomenal return for a
kicked
for
9
a
on the weekend.
Forward. Yeah. What?
He kicked 9 playing in a. You know how Brisbane weren't going to play. They played during the week. So Brisbane played Brisbane, and he kicked 9 from a forward pocket. The kid that he played on will never play
Ever.
Rising star.
Hope he enjoys the VFL, that young fella. Rising star. Well, I had him from the get-go, and I'm spewing he had such a good game against Geelong is Isaac Gacko.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I was going to go him a while ago, and then he had a breakout. Now everyone's all over him, and there's nothing original about that, but I think he'll like the join up.
Yeah, nothing original about mine. Levi Ashcroft, first pick. Everyone raves about him. You know, again, he's going to be in a team that's going to win enough games. So
he's the one where they go, you worry about him. Wait till you see his little brother.
Yeah,
it's always the way with
your
that.
Spooner?
It's Richmond. I think most people will go Richmond. They have bare bones. So development year.
And where do you have the riser? Oh, I wouldn't spoon yet, Richmond. Your riser?
It's Fremantle. It has to be Fremantle. If I got them to win the flag, it has to be them. Finished, 10th? And they'll go up to first. So that's the biggest rise. I've got Collingwood up there as well, but they went to go from 9th. But I've got Fremantle.
I've got Adelaide, who will go from 15th to 5th.
No. I can't get on board.
No, and I haven't. And I think even prior to when we had our last show, I had them almost second or third last.
This is a late mind shift by you, isn't it?
I've watched their pre-season. I've spoken to people who are in Adelaide who have told me they are flying. Sam Draper is a star as well.
Sid Draper.
Sid Draper as well. Sam Draper's not as good.
Doesn't play for him.
Jordan Dawson, Isaac Rankin's going to be exciting. And
the Ligo's going to be a good one.
Yeah, Thilthorpe. The thrill seeker.
Well, he needs to step up now, doesn't he? Yeah, absolutely. Righto, so my biggest slider. The slider for me is Port Adelaide. They finished second on the ladder last year, and I've got them missing out.
I can agree with that.
Just don't like this whole succession plan announcement and all that sort of jazz, and I'm not sure who's going to kick their goals for them.
Alrighty, my slider could have easily been Port Adelaide, but it is the Bulldogs. I think they've been hit hard. Their first month's going to be really difficult to watch.
Yes.
But, when they get them all back, they might be the late surger. But, I'm a bit concerned about where the Bulldogs are going to finish.
And this hurts, but if you had to put money on the first coach gone, would it be Bevo?
Unexpected storyline. Luke leaves the kennel. Yep.
Yeah.
What's your unexpected story?
My one is Hawks don't live up to hype.
Okay. Hypless Hawks.
Yeah. Or hapless Hawkball. Whatever you want to go with.
Hackball.
I remind you, Hawks don't live up to hype. I'm the only one saying it.
And your breakout player.
Well, I'm not sure
breakout season.
I'm going with Sam Darcy. I'm a massive fan of Sam Darcy. I thought he was.
But he's eligible for Rising Star, isn't he? Still?
Not again.
Pretty sure.
He's about his third year.
Yeah, I might have got that wrong, but I'm sure he was a contender.
I thought he last year was bordering on a breakout year for him, but I think Sam Darcy's going to possibly be right up there as one of the most dominant forwards in the game.
Yeah, mine is Max Holmes. I just think he's going to be in the next wave of Geelong stars. He played 25 games last year. I reckon he's going to be that genuine replacement for their midfield who are starting to age a little bit. Neil, you're spot on. Big turnaround from Goss saying Carlton are shite last year, so the grand final this year, they're shite. Trying to win back some Carlton fans.
No, you know what, Neil? If he loses you, he doesn't try to win you back. Don't worry about that.
All righty. So that's our season predictions. I like them. All righty. 1 to 18. We've got 3 minutes to get through this. 1 to 18. Who's on top?
Freo, GWS, Brisbane, Collingwood.
Okay, there's your top 4. Go again.
Keep going, or you want that for
your top 4?
Freo, GWS, Brisbane, Collingwood.
GWS, Carlton, Brisbane, Sydney. My top 4. Okay. Your next 4?
Geelong, Carlton, Sydney, Melbourne come up.
Wow. Mine are Adelaide, Hawthorn, Geelong, Fremantle. I sneak them into the 8.
I'm an 8.
Sneak them into the 8.
Wow. Yep. Okay, 9th, just missing out is Hawthorn. Gold Coast in at 10. They've got a very good draw. They'll go close to being on top early. Yep. I think they'll fade. Port Adelaide in 11th, and I've got the Dogs all the way down in 12th.
Yes, okay. Well, I've gone Collingwood 9th, just missing out. Port Adelaide missing out. Suns missing out, and Melbourne missing out. But I could be wrong on all 4 of those, and I'm not often wrong. Collingwood, Port, Suns, and Melbourne.
Let me give you the last 6. Adelaide, I'm just not on them.
Not sold on them, are you?
Not sold on them, but you know what? There's always a couple that surprise you. Essendon and 14, St Kilda 15, North Melbourne, West Coast, Richmond.
Not dissimilar. I'm going for Dogs, who are down there in 13th, Essendon 14th, St Kilda 15th, North 16th, West Coast 17th, and Richmond 18th. So from top to bottom, go.
Fremantle, GWS, Brisbane, Collingwood, Geelong, Carlton, Sydney, Melbourne round out the 8. Then it is Hawthorn, Gold Coast, Port, Dogs, Adelaide, Essendon, St Kilda, North, West Coast, Richmond.
All righty. Mine are GWS top, Carlton runners-up, Brisbane, Sydney, Adelaide, Hawthorn, Geelong, Fremantle, my top 8. Outside the 8, Collingwood, Port, Suns, Melbourne, Dogs, Bombers, St Kilda, North, West Coast, Richmond.
They say that 3 teams, in history, 3 teams jump into the 8 and 3 jump out. So my 3 are Fremantle, Collingwood and Melbourne coming in there. You've got Adelaide in. Fremantle in.
Yep.
Have you got Collingwood in the top 8?
Nope.
No, you got them out.
Going out, I've got Port Adelaide and Melbourne. They made the 8 last year, didn't they?
I don't think so.
No, did St Kilda make the 8 last year?
No.
No.
Hawthorn did.
Did Dogs make it last year?
Yes.
Okay, so I've got Dogs going out and Port Adelaide going out.
Yeah. I've got Hawthorn, Dogs and Port out.
We're going to put those up on our socials. Agree or disagree. Everyone's got an opinion, and let's check out how it goes in 24, 25 weeks' time.